So the time has come, finish the trail, and let's go through the pack, hey? Everyone seems to love these gear videos. They can go pretty long, so I'm going to try and make this as quick as I can. What I carried, my pack, carried a bum bag, and a couple of trekking poles. I lost one on the Dusky Track, so I've just got a brand new replacement. So there you go. I'll go through each thing. But basically, the pack, this is the Hyperlite Junction. I think it's a 40 litre pack. And the typical setup I run, Zpacks phone patch on the front and a Zpacks water bottle on the front too. So in the front there, just carry a Gatorade bottle. That's for mixing up electrolytes, coffee in the morning. I haven't got my phone in there, but that's where that lives. And in the hip pockets, they're normally just filled with snacks. In this one, I do keep my InReach, and otherwise it's just snacks. On the side pockets, umbrella, it's part of my rain gear. This is great when it's too hot for your jacket and you need some venting, but it's wet enough to justify having some cover. I've also found this really handy for sun, to keep the sun off. I'm pretty pale, so I do need the sun protection. On the sides, I typically carry a 1 litre water bottle on each side. So I've got 2 of those. Sports caps are the best for me. I'd find that you can use them to back flush the Sawyer squeeze, and quite often I'll have the Sawyer squeeze just straight on the top. So I haven't got a clean water bottle, basically just running the one with the Sawyer straight on top of it. So either filtering that direct into my cooking, or filter that direct into my drinking bottle on the front. There you go. What else have we got in the side pockets? That's it for that. This side pocket here is my tent stakes. And on the front, I carry sunscreen, a full thing for me. As I said, I'm pretty pale and I need lots of this. Can't get by with those little ones. So I just like to have plenty with me. Could go heaps lighter. Poop kit, so juice of spades, toilet paper, and some wet wipes. And as I said, my Sawyer, so Sawyer filter. Typically I'll just screw that straight on top of the water bottle and run it like that. With the Sawyer, I do carry another bladder, so another, what's that, 2 litre, almost 3 litres extra bladder. I use this a couple of times just to extra water capacity, which is fantastic. And an old Sawyer squeeze bag. I've never used these bags to use with the actual filter. What I do use this for is for funneling. So if there's only a really small channel of water, I can lay this on the ground and use it as a funnel to put water in direct. Or if it's a really shallow source that I'm collecting water from that I can't get the bottle in to scoop from, I'll just use that as a scoop bag. So I cut it down so I can scoop water out straight into the bottle. So that's it for the pockets. On the outside, camp shoes. Nothing better than taking off trail runners at the end of the day and just airing out the feet with some trail runners. And my sit pad. So this is just, it's getting pretty old now. A cut down section off an old foam mat. I like having that extra room, extra coverage. You can roll that over logs. Very handy. Alright, inside the pack is pretty much how I pack it. I should say too, I found this pack on the AAWT fantastic. It's super comfortable.
It proved to be extremely waterproof, being the DCF fabric that it is. There wasn't too much bush bashing, so it didn't really get scraped on rocks or anything like that. This can be a delicate fabric for tearing if you're going to pull it over rocks and things like that. This held up really well. Inside, what have we got? My rain jacket. It's getting pretty old now. It's the Marmot Precip with pit zips and a few patches. So it's up the top of the pack. If it's raining, I want to have that pretty quick. My tent, I'll pack this up the top because it's typically one of the first things to come out of the pack at the end of the day. This is the 6 Moon Designs Lunar Solo, which is a sil nylon, a sil poly, I think it is, material. Definitely prone to condensation, though, being a single skin tent, prone to condensation. I have it in a DCF bag. This one is really meshed up, needs to be chucked out really, and that was it's in the bag purely for packing up a wet tent. So if it's been raining overnight and the tent is wet, straight into the bag, and I'd store that on the outside of my pack, just looking for an opportunity to dry it out during the day. Along with the tent, carry a piece of chamois. This is great for wiping down that condensation in the morning. Weight to the amount of moisture that it can pick up is outstanding. Tent footprint, so some Tyvek just to protect my tent floor a little bit better. Right, bag here. This has gloves and beanie. So again, I might want these during the day. So they're up pretty close to the top of my pack. Beanie, possum down gloves, and if it's really cold, some rub, like ski gloves. I use these quite a bit. There were some mornings it was absolutely freezing, could not feel my hands, so they were fantastic to have. Rain pants, Montane, I'm not sure what model they are, but they have the full zip up the side, so they're great to leave your shoes on and take your pants off and on. Yeah, I use those quite a bit. My stove setup, a homemade pot cozy. This is pretty basic, so it's a titanium pot, 900ml, and in that carry the BRS stove. Super cheap, super light. Amazon for about 30 bucks, I think. Got a couple of these, they're just been great. Gas canister, this one's getting pretty low. Lighter, because the stove doesn't have the pitot, the ignition thing, and a pack light tower, just for cleaning up my pot. That's it, so 1 pot meals. This is my cup as well for coffee, soups, anything like that. It's my stove, my cook kit. Pretty basic. My food bag, DCF bag from Zpacks. When it was loaded up with food, this would probably be a third to maybe even half of my bag at times, if I was carrying a heap of food. And in that, I carry my long-handled spoon, great for backcountry meals, dehydrated type meals. You can get right down to the bottom of the bag, and having the polished end just feels heaps better in your mouth. And I'd have coffee in that. No food in it at the moment. Alright, I my Ditty bag, so basically just loose ends, little bits and pieces that just want to keep together in one spot. So in that I have a small repair kit and dental floss. This is great for any sort of gear repairs, and I use this on my shoes on the Dusky Track to basically keep my shoes together. They'll fall into bits by the end of that, having worn them on both the AAWT and the Dusky. In my repair kit, some super glue, what are these called, washers for the Sawyer. They have a tendency to fall out from there, so I've got a couple of spares of those, a needle, a little washer for the BRS, a small razor blade just in case, an emergency sort of knife as well, and some DCF tape and Velcro for my Dirty Gill gaiters. This is my repair kit, part of it. In addition to that, I carry some patches, so patches for my sleep mat, some tenacious tape, more DCF tape in there. That's my repair. Drugs, so some Disprin, Voltaren, Imodium, some antihistamines. In here I carry a mirror. Mirror is really handy out bush if you have things in your eye, to be able to see in your eye and clear it out is great. And some alcohol wipes. That's it. Vitamin I, ibuprofen. Oh yeah, there we go, Telfast in that one, and Aquapure as well, emergency water treatment. Some Neosporin for any cuts, anything like that, need some antiseptic. Dr. Bronner's soap, just whatever you use soap for, cleaning up. Some Body Glide, just in case. I haven't really used this much, but occasionally you might get a bit of chafing or some rubbing, so having some Body Glide is really good. I carry some spare lids as well. That one is for the water bladder, and I normally carry an extra sports cap as well. Sports cap's been great with the filter, just, you know, quick, easy access, open, and compatible to back flush. So if that's on a water bottle, that fits straight on there to back flush with the bottle. Just good in town. Obviously doesn't have the pressure of the syringe. What else is in here? Nail clippers, got to have those for a long trail. Small comb. I don't shave on the trail, so I just, you know, it's good to keep the beard in nick, and some safety pins just to hang up clothes on the outside of my pack to dry. Socks, jocks, things like that. And that's it. It's the Ditty bag. First aid kit was very, very light. Didn't even take any band-aids or anything this year. My theory being that I've got plenty of electrical tape, duct tape. If there were scratches that I needed to patch up, would have just used some toilet paper with some tape. Bag. Alright. So down the bottom of the bag, inside a pack liner, so everything that I wanted to keep dry into that pack liner. I have my Puffy jacket, the Torrid Apex from Enlightened equipment. This is a synthetic jacket. First time I've used a synthetic jacket. I've always been a down person, but I thought the AAWT, there'd definitely be times when I'd be walking in the cold and the wet, and I wanted something that I could use to potentially walk in, stay dry, and stay out of trouble. Sleep pad. So this is a new sleep pad for me.
So I'm just finding as I get older and doing these hikes, sleep has become super important. So I've upgraded. This is a little bit heavier than what I'd typically carry on, say, an ultralight trip. This is the Nemo Insulated long and wide. I'm only medium height, but having the long and the wide has been fantastic. Just there's no rolling off at night. Super comfortable. It's fat and keeps you warm. And to keep it in good nick, I've always blown up my sleep mats with my mouth, and over time you get the mould and that sort of stuff. So I am carrying and using the inflation sack. So yeah, a little bit heavier than what I would normally take, but great for just a good night's sleep. What else? Electronics. So yeah, fair bit of electronics. I'm running the GoPro obviously to film. So I carry 2 of the Nightcore 10,000 milliamp batteries, a double wall charger in towns, and the cables to go with the batteries. So having those charged both at the same time, fantastic. Headphones for podcasts, music. This cable here, it must be for my Garmin. That's for my InReach. A couple of GoPro batteries, spare batteries, and an old school iPod for music, just to save my phone charge. I can listen to music on this and not run my battery down on my phone. My phone is my main form of navigation. So it's electronics. And the GoPro, obviously, I'm filming on that now. Right down the bottom of my bag. The liner is my quilt, Enlightened equipment quilt. 10 degrees, 10 degree Fahrenheit, I think it is. This has kept me warm. I've never been really super cold. There was one night on the trail where I was in a hut. I was at Edmondson's hut, and the outside temperature was about -15, wind chill. And my water bottle froze on me inside the hut during the night, but this kept me toasty and warm, no problem at all. One tip that I stole off Plan B from her Hyson trail is to attach earplugs to your sleeping bag, or have them very close by. And then down in the bottom of the foot box on my sleeping bag, I don't carry separate stuff sacks for clothes and things like that, so I'm losing weight there. But I do stuff all my extra clothes down the bottom of the foot bag. So in there's my thermal leggings. What else have we got? Thermal top. Typically my sleep clothes, so getting out of the stinky stuff during the day, sleeping in thermals. And with those, a pair of darn tough sleep socks. Well, I use them as sleep socks. These never go in my shoes, so they're always, that the bag, the quilt is always protected from smelly feet with socks. Pillow, Cedar Summit, Eros pillow. That sort of let me down. I'm getting sick of these. I'm going to go for something else, or just not take one at all. This is about my 3rd one of these, and it's got a slow leak, so it does go down at night. The second half of the trail I ended up putting all these spare clothes in my buff, just pack them inside my buff, and have that as a pillow. Spare socks, spare boxes, ex officio, they've been great, and that's it. So that is all the contents. Oh no, hang on, right down. So in this pack There's a pouch for a water bladder if you use that. I don't use a water bladder, but what I do have in that pocket is documents and things like maps. There's my itinerary that is sort of set for the AAWT, trail notes. I don't carry the full book, I've just ripped it to bits. I'm not, I don't mind sacrificing a book, save some weight. So there's that. I did have in here my passport as well, because I did fly out to New Zealand straight from Canberra on finishing the AAWT. I had that for travel, so that's elsewhere at the moment. And certificate, yay, AAWT done. So that is everything in my pack. As I said, like I did carry a bum bag. Probably didn't need to. A lot of this would fit inside the hip belt pockets of the pack itself. Like having stuff that I needed to access quite quickly, just readily available. So in this, they have some chapstick, pocket knife, sunglasses. Oh, this is an ID band, so I kept this did hang on my pack, on my shoulder strap of my pack, not in here, but I did take it off for travel. Basically got my ID, who I am, if I have an accident, what I want to happen. Head torch, the Nightcore torch. Can't say enough about this. One charge through the entire AAWT. Great. Head net, definitely needed that through sections, the open plains where there's a lot of flies. Very handy. A little piece of cordage, I think that's maybe 5 meters, a little carabiner. I use this for everything. Clotheslines for drying things out. Hanging my food bag from hut roofs to keep rodents away. Toothbrush, toothpaste. Why is it in here? Because you never know when you're going to come to a water source and have some extra capacity. So rather than having my toothbrush, toothpaste buried inside my pack, I would keep it in here. So if I came to a water source and had lots of it available, I could do my dental hygiene there. Notebook with a Sharpie and a pen. You know, whatever you use notebooks for, leaving notes, taking notes, tracking your daily distance, and my wallet, Zpacks wallet. That's it. That is all my gear. And I shall just turn off the camera and go through my clothes. So, clothes that I wore. La Sportiva, Ultra Raptors. These are not the ones that I finished the AAWT and Dusky with. They just completely fell apart after 800 Ks and they got thrown in the bin at Tiana. This is another pair that I have. I love these. My cap, got my white cap back in my food drop at Corrion Road. I left that at the start of the trail. I was not happy. Anyway, let's start with head to toe, I guess. Head to toe. So buff. Do put that around the neck. Keep warm during cold mornings. Keep the sun off at times. I've traditionally used a buff for neck protection, or have a flap, detachable flap for this cap. I tried something different this year, and that was use a sun hoodie as my main top. Sun hoodie with a nice light hood that I could just pull over when I needed extra sun protection. Very light, dries extremely well. Did get pretty stinky. It's been washed a couple of times, not too bad now. bandana that actually lived on the pack on my shoulder strap as well, and that was really just for wiping down sweat, blowing your nose, whatever you need a hanky for. In addition to my puffy jacket, I did carry a 100 weight fleece. I knew it was going to be cold walking up the top in the mornings, so rather than damage my puffy by wearing that daily and you know, scraping it up with the shoulder straps, lightweight fleece. Great, it was warm, kept me warm. Sun gloves, Alps pretty exposed, not a lot of trees. I am pale and my hands are quite sun damaged through just driving day to day, so really important for me to keep my hands protected. So sun gloves, they get pretty filthy, but that's okay. Boxes, same thing, ex officio boxes, daily wear one pair, change them out. So if I could rinse and clean a pair during the day and dry them, that was great. If not, a couple of days out of those, no probs, not smelly at all. Shorts, a couple of pairs of shorts which I had in different caches, different food drops, so I picked them up along the way, but just lightweight running shorts. Great. All right, leggings. These are women's leggings from Kmart, and they cost about 20 bucks. And I'll tell you what, I couldn't be happier with these. You can pay 100 bucks for at an outdoor store for men's leggings and things like that, or you can get cheap ones from Kmart, really thin. I was after something that was a little bit thicker, was going to keep me a little bit warmer. For 20 bucks, can't complain with that. I don't care if they're women's or not. They did the job, and I'll definitely be wearing them again. I didn't have long pants, that's why I had leggings, not only for the warmth, but I didn't want to carry trousers, zip-off pants or anything like that. I've used them in the past and just don't like them. I do like having the freedom of movement with shorts or leggings. There are a couple of days where I didn't put those on. It was just too hot, too warm, and scrub bashing, and I was prepared to just cop it on the shins and get scratched up. So in addition to not having long pants, I didn't have long gaiters, which most people would wear for snake protection. Speaking of which, that was the other thing that's not in this pack now, because I sent it home when I got to Canberra, and it's elsewhere, is snake bandages. So I did carry 2 snake bandages on the outside of my pack to be readily available and quick access. So no long pants, no long gaiters. Basically all I had was Dirty Girl gaiters to keep crap out of my shoes. That was it. Did see plenty of snakes, but that's fine. They don't want to hurt me. I don't want to go near them. So we stayed out of each other's way. These Dirty Girl gaiters did get cut up quite a bit, so there's lots of repairs that I had to do through the trail. And towards the end of the Dusky, I actually lost the piece that connects it to the shoelaces. Dirty Girl gaiters, and last but not least, just another pair of socks, darn tough socks. So that is my clothes. That's all the gear that I had with me on the AAWT and the Dusky Track. Hope you got something out of that. I sit here for hours and watch these sort of gear videos, nerd out on it. I love it. So hopefully you got something out of this. Cheers.